Hey Soul family, welcome back to the channel. This is the White Feather Tarot, and in today's reading we are doing what do your tarot cards want to show you today. Before we begin, I want to quickly remind you that you have an offer from Aura throughout this month, a 7-day free use of the app and a 25% off of the membership. You'll find the link to this offer in the description box. Hope you enjoy this app and that it provides you with tranquility and mental strength. All right, let's get into your reading. This is a reading where I leave it very open for the cards to show you what it wants to show you. No topic in mind. We're not going to call it predictions. We're not going to call it messages. We're not going to call it really anything. It might be giving you guidance. It might be showing you something from your past life. And it might be predicting and guiding and giving you a message. We don't know. And for this reason, I always leave it open. And that's why I really love this reading very much. And I'm so happy you guys love it as well. And for today's reading, these are the 3 piles. Let me introduce them to you. For pile number 1, you have the Hematite in the shape of a mirror ball. For pile number 2, you have the Carnelian in the shape of a lizard. And for pile number 3, you have the Unakite Jasper in the shape of a tortoise. So, take a look at which one of these 3 piles or 3 crystals you're the most drawn to, and that will probably be the pile for you here today. As I always say, in case you feel drawn to more than one pile, sometimes you guys are even drawn to all of the piles, sometimes I'm drawn to all of the piles. It is your intuition. It will always guide you and lead you to the right reading. So whether you're just drawn to one, then this will be your pile. If you are drawn to several or all, then these as well will be your piles. And as usual, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your times and I'll see you in your readings. Hi, pile number 1, welcome to your reading. You were drawn to the beautiful Hematite in the shape of a mirror ball. And as you know, today we're leaving the reading open. We're allowing your cards to show you what it wants to show you today. So we're going to be taking one card out of each of these oracle decks. These 3 oracle decks on the table. And then I'm going to pull out just a tiny chakra card. I think it's going to really help us out grasp the energy of the reading. So let's do that. And then what I want to do after revealing your tarot cards is to take the 4 dice on the table. They're rune dice. And then shuffle them, pick 1 die up and cast a rune and see where it falls on what card and what rune falls. All right. So we'll do that in a moment. Let's now reveal your oracle cards first. So you have Catalyst. Interesting. You can see the witch knocking on the door here. How interesting. And looks like this person is expecting the witch because they have some scrolls ready. But is the mouse here happy about it? Not sure yet. We'll find out what this is all about. Okay. And you have Yin. Are you receiving something? Yin energy reminds me of receiving. Especially that someone's knocking on the door here. Okay. you have the shaman. And it's interesting because you've got two witches here and the shaman. What's going on here? Ooh, are you receiving something from the universe? Let's find out. And finally here you have the solar plexus with underactive. I do have a victim mindset right now. Let's see what this is trying to say within the context of the reading. I think now is the time for us to pick your tarot deck and to see the full picture of what is going on here. How about we take this card here and look right away, they match your crystals, the yellow and the gray. The yellow and the gray. Interesting. They're definitely meant to be here. Okay. So now let's pick up your cards. So you have the King of Pentacles. You have the Seven of Swords. The High Priestess. How interesting. It does remind me of the victim mindset here with this Seven of Swords. Who is this about and why are you receiving that? Let's find out. The Three of Pentacles. The Queen of Cups. And let's take three more here. The Two of Pentacles. The Chariot. And finally, you have the Two of Wands. Right. Now is the time for us to cast your rune. So we'll swirl these around. We'll pick one. So you have the Othala. And it fell right under the Two of Pentacles, so we'll keep it with the Two of Pentacles. Gosh. I think your reading is talking about someone or some people who you expected better from them in a way that they've behaved. You've expected them to do better when it comes to something. But it seems like they weren't really up to your expectations. And the reason I say that is because the rune Othala is like a family or community. So it seems like someone that you loved with the Two of Pentacles was a bit wishy-washy, wasn't behaving in a way that you would have expected them to behave out of dearness between the two of you or some people. And so it seems like with this wishy-washy energy, they kind of did something painful to you. And although what they've done definitely inflicts pain and perhaps even a lot of pain to how you're feeling as a result of their actions, I see that your cards want to show you not to over-consume yourself in these emotions and get into a cycle of feeling like a victim without meaning to. Because don't get me wrong, of course, you seem here with this energy like you were mistreated and maybe not even gotten the type of respect that is due to be existent between the two of you, since there's a lot of dearness here. Dancing kind of makes me feel like they've danced around an issue when they should have been clear, or that they should have taken a certain situation more respectfully, perhaps, because it is like some sort of religious place at the end of the day. Or maybe they chose to enjoy themselves, not taking you into consideration. One thing or the other here has greatly disappointed you and hurt you from someone that is supposed to be dear to you. But even with this energy, I see your cards are telling you, don't be actually in the energy of receptivity when it comes to pain and hurt and disappointment. Here you are invited rather to stand your ground and be strong. Especially because it's an underactive solar plexus in this situation. And you don't want this situation to affect your power. And you do see the sword here is about to cut through this person's feet. Meaning you don't want this situation to affect how you move forward in your life. Disappointment, and sometimes even great disappointment, is bound to happen. And it's okay to cry it out or to go through it. It's natural, of course. But I do really see your cards inviting you to move past it. There's a big lesson to be learned with the High Priestess, with the situation that happened here, and how you are going to collaborate and work with them moving forward. But other than that, you are genuinely guided to move forward. It's not a reading about moving past what they've done and starting to act like nothing happened. No. It is a reading talking about how you feel within, to not re-experience the pain over and over and allowing it to weaken you. This reading is telling you this catalyst here is going to be a great opportunity for you to teach yourself how to develop strength after you have maybe cried it out or felt the pain, moving past it and realizing that, with this person it's not a wasted time. You've learned a lot of great things. You've gone through a lot of amazing experiences with them, and you've learned a lot of things about yourself as well, and perhaps about your path. But other than that, it is time to move forward and start focusing on thinking about and planning with the Two of Wands. What new seeds do you want to plant? What new things do you want to do? How would you focus on the solution? Was this person providing you with something that you can now do on your own? Or what are your next steps in order to empower yourself and be independent and strong, and like the shaman here, to create your own existence and to create your own world and to do what is important for you, and not really put all of your power and attention on what they have done, thus weakening it. And so with the Queen of Pentacles, you see how she is very careful with her emotions. Every tear counts. Every emotion counts. And while, again, it's okay to feel the pain, but reliving the cycle over and over will weaken you and will start affecting you and your path and everything you are supposed to do for yourself, when would they really be worth it in that case? You weakening yourself without realizing, with the pain of these emotions. And so here we can see with the yin energy, it's about receiving the lesson, receiving the learning, understanding what's going on around you, thanking the lesson because it's teaching you something important about you and about the people around you and about your path. And maybe it's a great gift acting as a catalyst for you to do something even better. And you can see a diamond here. You know the expression diamond in the rough, or how diamonds are formed. And with the pressure and the great heat, a diamond is created. And so are you being formed into something amazing along with your path. My dear pile number 1. You are being invited to plant the seeds to something new today that will later on be giving you a lot. Giving you something very valuable, just like a diamond here. You know, we take it for granted how a lot of magic happens to us every day, just like farming. We've done it over centuries and centuries, and sometimes we forget to stop and look at how we're planting a seed that turns into a tree or a beautiful plant or a flower. So magic really is all around us. And so your reading is inviting you to create something, to collaborate with the universe, because the seeds that you are going to be planting today are going to turn into magic. And these seeds could be really anything. Your work, something that you're interested in, looking for a new home, looking for a different friend or a different partner, or beginning a new life. Whatever this is, moving past that and focusing on the future. What are the advantages that you have? And what are the things that you can begin? Firmly not looking at the past and the pains, and only focusing on what you can do after you have cried it out, or released what you needed to release in terms of your emotions. But once you've done that, you've got to be very careful with your emotions, because any more than that could put you in a very difficult cycle that may even be traumatizing later on and much harder to recover from. And rather than that, focus on collaborating with the universe, building planting your magical seeds today with something that you want to do, that means something to you. Even if it sounds crazy now, what tiny little thing, as small as a seed, can you do today so that one day you can receive that huge oak tree? And it will be a huge oak tree. You know how they say opportunity, luck meets those who are prepared. That's what I'm seeing here. You know, people who are lucky to find opportunities find them because they are prepared. And that's what I'm seeing your tarot cards wanting to tell you today. Plant those seeds today and continue to work on a journey that means so much to you, even if you're going to do something tiny today. Because at some point, great opportunities are going to meet you while you are prepared, making that oak tree grow exponentially, much faster than it would normally. And that lesson that you've learned today will move you faster in life. Now you understand so much that you didn't before. And it's going to move you faster in life because with the solar plexus and the King of Pentacles, that these colors, the grays and the yellows, right? The grays and the yellows are going to empower you. Yeah, and that's what the hematite is about. A hematite is a very powerful stone or crystal. You know, if you want to feel power, really hold a hematite and see its power. It gives you strength, it gives you grounding, it gives you power, it gives you magnetism. And so you are being prepared to grow stronger and much thicker skin. You can see it with the armor around this King of Pentacles. And that is going to be one of your biggest resources in moving ahead in life and creating the very wish that is in your heart today, that one day is going to be a dream come true. And you see, it's a catalyst. So the thing that hurts you today may feel awful, but it is a catalyst to you reaching your dreams. And it is forming you into the character that is meant to reach it. And my dear pile number one, this is exactly what I see in your reading. I truly hope you've enjoyed it. And if you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And please don't forget to check out my productivity e-cookbook. This is a cookbook that I've partnered with a nutritionist that I really love and believe in to bring out to you 210 recipes that are healthy, delicious, and are cooked in a matter of minutes, giving you the rest of the day to do what is important for you. If you're vegan, there's a vegan version. If not, you can even make use of both ebooks. There are no duplicate recipes. And this way you'll have a plethora of healthy and delicious meals to choose from, perhaps even for the rest of your life. And if you're interested in checking it out, you'll find the link to it down in the description box. And my dear pile number one, thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number two, welcome to your reading. You were drawn to the beautiful carnelian in the shape of a lizard, and today we're taking a look at what your tarot cards want to show you. You know, with this type of reading, I do it every once in a while, and I allow the cards without any topics in mind to choose what it wants to tell you today, what it wants to let you know. Okay, so this is your first oracle card. We have 3 oracle decks on the table and 1 chakra deck that I really believe will help us in our reading today. Ooh, this one moved. Okay, so let's check them out. On the far left, as you can see, there is 4 dice of runes, which we will cast once all the cards are ready on the table. We'll pick one randomly and cast a rune and see where it falls to get more information with regards to your reading. All right, so that's the little chakra card. You know, read some energy with regards to what your cards want to show you. And let's begin. So you have the venom. Okay. And you have the heart chakra. I love with respect, a balanced heart chakra. Wonderful. And you see there's like green on the side here. Wonder what this is going to be telling us. Okay. You have a leg up. A leg up. And you have hearth. Okay. I mean, the cards are so positive and nice. Very opposite to the first card, right? Which seems to be very toxic. So let's see what this is all about. Let's now pull out your tarot deck and start pulling your cards for today's reading. All right. Oh, these two are definitely in. They may even be three. Two. So you have the Two of Pentacles. And you have the Four of Wands. The Five of Pentacles. The Nine of Wands. The Eight of Cups. The World card. The Nine of Cups. The Ten of Cups. The Six of Cups. A lot of cups today. And finally, you have the Tower card. All right, so now it's time to cast a rune. We'll be picking one. Oi! So you have the lagoon, the Laguz, and obviously it is right on the row of the Ten of Cups. So let's keep it there and see what's going on here. Very interesting. I mean, you got a couple of cards that are concerning, and then you have like super happy cards. So what's going on here? Let's check it out. See, the Laguz rune is about facing the depth of the unknown. And it's falling on the Ten of Pentacles. Meaning that something that you didn't know about, if you face something, take a leap of faith into something, it might lead to you, it will, this is the Ten of Cups, it will lead to generous results, where you're going to be very happy with the Ten of Cups with the results that you get. Whereas with the Five of Pentacles, not taking that risk may lead to, with the Five of Pentacles, not getting what you want. And these are opposite energies here. Not getting it all, feeling really compromised. With this person looks stressed as well. And here you're getting someone who's feeling very happy and fulfilled. Because if you don't take the risk, you may find yourself having to maybe compromise or lose the resources that you have, because you think it's a benefit when really it's only a benefit from a lack mentality that we sometimes always get into when we're feeling scared. Both figures here have their hands on their heads. They're worried about something. They're constantly worried that something is gonna go wrong. And with the Nine of Wands, they're trying to protect what they have as much as possible so that it doesn't go wrong. You know, there's so much effort. You know, with the Eight of Cups, maybe you can lose something quickly. You can, you feel like you are on your toes all the time, not knowing what to choose, feeling like you can lose it all. Very stressful energies up top. Where here, you can see super positive cards like the World card, getting everything that you want. And that is because it's in conjunction with the Nine of Cups, you know, being super fulfilled, feeling very happy. Here we see two people having a lot of fun. And so the only downfall, or what seems to be a downfall here, is that there is the Tower card, perhaps inviting you to take a leap of faith that seems crazy to do or scary to do, just mentioning it. And the question becomes, do you want to be comfortable now? Or do you want to be comfortable forever later? Short-term comfort versus long-term happiness. Although the other option seems to be amazing in its result, its action taking seems to be super scary for you. And I totally understand your situation here, looking at the energies of your card. I mean, it's easier said than done, what I'm reading here. For real, it's easier said than done. Because to you, with the Tower card and the Venom card, this is scary. Very easy to hear it in a tarot reading and very scary to go through. I feel you, pile number 3. But the alternative, though, I will say, with the cards here, is constant stress and worrying and defending, trying to protect, trying not to lose, trying to solve, trying to save a critical situation. Crisis management here. Absolute crisis management. Constant crisis management. But I will tell you something with the Tower card appearing in your reading with regards to this point. You know, traditionally the Tower card is depicted as a tower that's about to fall, and one person realizing that it's about to fall, so they jump off the Tower card, saving themselves from the crisis, and another person holding on, doesn't want the change, doesn't want the situation to change, and they hold on so tight that the tower takes them and pushes them off. So in all cases, the energy of your reading is showing that change is bound to happen anyways, even if you keep avoiding it. And so, do you want to be prepared when the change comes, or do you want to be surprised by it? Because it looks like, even though it's a scary situation, it's going to happen anyways. But I have great news for you. It doesn't stop there at all. I have great news for you. Although this situation and this change looks like it's gonna happen, it's gonna result in something amazing for you. Because you have here the Hearth card, and it looks like the fire is there to warm the house. It is the homiest part of the house during the winter, right? And you have a leg up, which shows that this shake up is actually serving as a leg up and as a step for you to step up or improve in your life. As crazy as that sounds, you are, with the heart chakra being balanced, going to love what just happened. I know it's crazy to hear, but this is what your cards are truly showing you here. It's like crashing your car, for example, and being absolutely broken-hearted over the fact that you lost your car. It could be everything to you. And let's say your insurance doesn't cover, full thing, for example. and you feel like in a moment's time you lost everything with this car. But because this car crashed, which could have been causing you troubles anyway the whole time, like it keeps, you know, breaking down every couple of weeks, one thing or the other, and it's barely working. But because it broke, let's say someone around you saw the situation who is close to you, like your parents or a manager, or I don't know, someone who realized here what happened, and they say, oh my God, this is a horrible situation. You know, this situation or something similar happened to me before, and I want to extend a hand. I would love to get you a new car. Let's say this is someone you can accept it from. And so now your situation in a split of a second changed from you feeling your whole life just fell apart because of that car. It used to do everything for you, take you everywhere, and help you run whatever important errands that you have every single day, to now you not having to deal with the issues that would arise with this car constantly, and having to pay a huge lump sum from your salary just to make it work because it's urgent and you want it to work, to you and also getting a brand new car. And so we see with the Tower card here, like a shift in a situation that's going to happen anyway, but although it always felt that it was scary, that it was a crazy thing to go through, you're going to feel like, oh my God, that was awesome. Or like, you know, an example of that could be like, you have a great idea, but you're too afraid to present it to your company, and your friend just puts you in the spotlight in the meeting and says, oh, you know, pal number 3 has a great idea, don't you? What idea did you just tell me about, pal number 3? And let's say you're super afraid of speaking in a large meeting, and now you're in the spotlight. Maybe you're afraid that everyone is going to say it's a crazy idea, and now you're in the spotlight, and now you just have to say it. Maybe you're afraid your manager is going to tell you, have you been working on something else, or you don't have such smart ideas for me to promote you next, or whatever worries that you have that would be absolutely horrific to do. And you actually spill out your idea, and everyone thinks it's the best thing that happened ever since sliced bread. And you see your situation shifting, and on top of all of that, you're so proud of yourself because from that moment you're not afraid to participate in a meeting any longer, and you're respected, and you feel like you can always say and share whatever you want, and you are now seen as a leader in your company, and so on. So these are the examples that I'm seeing, not to fully get into the examples, but that's the energy exactly that I'm seeing. And so what do I mean by being prepared? So just like this spotlight meeting, will you speak about your idea and stutter and not remember your figures? And, you know, yes, it will be regarded as a good idea, but then you'll have your manager tell you, well, you've got a great idea, but then maybe you need to collaborate with other people who can prepare things better than you when you really can. Why lose some of your opportunity when you can truly get it all because you're up for it? So whatever this is, and given that the situation is going to change anyway, and it's going to come to your full favor, and you wouldn't want to change nothing about it once it happens, what can you do today to fully prepare for it so that you can get the optimum from this opportunity that's coming? Because it looks like you're gonna be making a very good deal. looks like this situation is ending with a great deal. Something with the World card that has all the aspects that you wanted in one. Whereas with the Two of Pentacles, in the previous scenario, you had to choose one aspect and be very happy with it, by the way. Here, this is like Four of Wands. This is one milestone and feeling very happy with this milestone, but then having to deal with all of the consequences that come with it, or getting everything that you want in a package, a deal that has it all, that feels warm to the heart. Look, you have the heart chakra and you have the hearth, right? The hearth is the warmest place in the house, but doesn't it sound like the heart, right? It's just truly going to fill your heart with a lot of joy. And with the balanced heart chakra, it's gonna heal so much of what you had to go through previously, my dear pile number 2. And this is exactly what I see that your tarot cards want to freely tell you today. And I truly hope you've enjoyed your reading, my dear pile number 2. And if you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And please don't forget to check out my productivity e-cookbook. I've partnered with a nutritionist that I really love and believe in to bring out to you 210 recipes that are healthy, delicious, and are cooked in a matter of minutes, giving you the rest of the day to do what is important for you. And if you're vegan, there's a vegan version. If not, as I always say, you can even make use of both ebooks. There are no duplicates, and this way you'll have a plethora of really delicious food to choose from for the rest of your life, you know, and cooking it in a matter of minutes so that you always have the time to do what is important for you. And if you're interested in checking it out, you'll find a link to this ebook down in the description box. And my dear pile number 2, thank you so much for tuning in, wishing you the best in this situation. And look, this scary situation only looks scary from your perspective, but in reality, it's gonna go down great, my dear pile number 2. And I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye! Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. You were drawn to the beautiful Unakite Jasper, and today we're taking a look at what your cards want to show you. And to do this reading, we are going to be using first these oracle decks on the table, and on the far left will be, of course, your, looks like this is your oracle card. This will be your tarot deck. At the very top, I'm going to choose a little chakra card, you know, give us a energetic reading for today's reading. And finally, once we have all of your cards set on the table, we will be taking one of the 4 dice, rune dice in here, and casting a rune and seeing where it's going to fall on your cards. All right. So you have Alethea. Maybe some truth is coming out. Let's see. Let's keep it right there. And you have a balanced solar plexus that says, I do have healthy self-esteem. Beautiful. Okay. Again, you have the yin card. Interesting. You know, this exact card popped up in pile number 1. If you feel drawn to it, then I recommend it. And here you have perspective. There we go. I'm so sorry. This is your yin card. And of course, this is the Alethea card, as well as your chakra card. Right. So let's now take a look at your tarot cards. What do your cards want to show you today? What do your cards want to show you today? All right. So you have the King of Pentacles. Two of Swords, the Seven of Pentacles, let's cut the deck. The Seven of Wands, wow, two sevens. The Judgment card. The Three of Swords. The Seven of Swords, another seven, wow, 7, 7, 7. Have you been seeing a lot of sevens lately? Perhaps this is the message it was trying to give you. And you have the King of Wands. The Strength card. Looks like this one moved, so we're going to take it. The Two of Pentacles. Where can we place the last card? Well, we can put it right at the end. And that may even have a significance. So what is your card? Ooh, the Empress. Right, a lot of cards today in your pile. Let's now cast your rune and see where it's going to fall. Okay, so you have the Suoyo right on the King of Wands. So the Suoyo rune is a rune of guidance. Having it fall on the King of Wands. King of Wands always has something powerful to say. And you have Aletheia with the truth. Perhaps someone is going to give you some strong words of guidance. Blurting out some sort of truth to you. This bold truth that they're going to say to you is not going to hurt you. It's actually going to give you a new perspective on something. And so you're going to receive this guidance from this person. Although bold, maybe a bit harsh, but you're going to feel like it's a big blessing because it will open up your eyes to something you've never seen before. Maybe they're showing you something in your shadow, or maybe they're showing you something that you weren't doing right. And because of that perspective, you know how when we say, when there's a shadow, you know that there is a light. And so pointing out something that isn't right is going to give you a perspective on finally how to do it right. Because it seems with the Two of Swords, there's something that you're not seeing. And the King of Pentacles shows me that you are someone of a high status, at least from the perspective of this person, or truly you are someone who has some sort of high status. Maybe you're well achieved, you know. But there's something under the scenes that wasn't going right, that you couldn't see. And although it is bold of this person to tell you that and give you that type of these strong words, it is going to act as guidance, finally allowing you to see what you've never seen. And this person is going to find you to be very strong with the Strength card here. They're going to think you're someone who has such high self-esteem and deserves to be where you are, because any other person would have been hurt and tried with the Seven of Swords to gaslight or maybe deny or put the blame on someone or something else, or maybe give it back to them or be defensive. In all cases, You are hearing about this today in your tarot cards because it is going to be you receiving a huge blessing with these words, because it's going to allow you to grow exponentially. Oh, and become even stronger. Oh, you have a hello from my cat here. So this piece of advice or guidance will change everything, it seems, because the Judgment, you're rising. The Seven of Pentacles, there's growth, and especially with this card, I see huge growth going on. And this move is going to help protect you from future challenges. Why? Because here you can see the difference between your position now and your future position. Your cards are showing that although you are at a great position, at a high status, any challenge can cause you to, there's a word, can shake your ground, right? Any challenge that, or anything unexpected that arises can shake your ground easily. And so putting the things that you are not seeing into the right perspective, or fixing them, or doing something about them, creating a plan, eliminating them, that's why you're so mesmerized by it, because you're like, oh, I just caught something that could have harmed me in the future that I was never seeing. And so now, with the Empress card, not only are you in a really actual real stable position where you are, this is a major arcana in a big situation, but you are able to grow. And the reason I say grow is because the Empress represents creativity and growth and reproduction. So you're able to grow. Your position is not only stable, but you can grow. Because at the moment, it looks like you are in a stable position with the King of Pentacles. But there's so much lying beneath that in reality, it may not be the case. And as you make these changes that you do not see, you will actually be in a very good major position. One in which you will be capable of growing and producing what you want. I'm so tempted to pick up the cards and see what they're going to advise you with. But I think that would be unethical. So I'm not going to do that. But what I can do is give you some hints on what this could be, so that when this person talks about it, you are able to receive it even better straight away. So, like, see what area of life this is talking about for you, at least. So, can we kindly get some clarity, some clarification on what area of pile number 3's life are the cards pointing towards, please? 1, 2, 3. And if you've been getting 777 lately, it looks like your life is bound to change drastically, and there's a lot of growth happening because of some guidance. So, what is this area, please? Wow, the mirror in the mirror. This is an extra card in this deck. I'll reflect on that. Funny. What's the word? Pun unintended. You have the 5 of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands. You know, the mirror in the mirror in the mirror is when two mirrors are, I think, opposite to each other. And so we keep seeing one scene being repeated inside another, the same scene being repeated inside another, that's repeated inside another, and so on. Which kinds of reflects the idea that there is such focus, extreme focus on one thing and not seeing the whole picture around you. And seeing just one thing can quickly lead you to some lack or loss of something, or make you feel like you don't have something, when in fact that's not the reality, because you are so focused just on one thing. Whereas if you look around you, you will realize that there's so much more than that one thing. You know, this reminds me of when, like, if someone had a traumatic event with regards to something when they were little. Like, let's say, let's put it into an example so that we can see the perspective. Like, the best example I can think about is, let's say someone wants to open up their own YouTube page or their own business. I think social media would best serve my example. And they have so much to give, but they're so focused on that one comment that could hurt them. Let's say they are afraid of that. And so the mirror inside the mirror inside the mirror is that they are forgetting all the wonderful things that can happen and how insignificant this comment truly is, because they're so focused on that whatever could happen there. And so it is leading to them moving on a path of lack when they can really have so much more. They're forgetting that in the grand scheme of things, even if they feel sensitive towards or feel hurt towards a comment, there are so many things to look at than this one comment. Like the wonderful things that this person would be creating and the change they could make and their expression and the wonderful community and everything that they wanted to do and create, in case this is what they want to do. And so a mirror inside a mirror inside a mirror inside a mirror shows me that whatever this is, of course this example does not suit your situation at all, by the way, because here with the King of Pentacles, you're already doing great in whatever area this is. So I'm just trying to explain the example of being stuck in a thought, being stuck on a certain perspective, you know, like a perspective of, no, money is evil. I will never make money because it makes people bad, or it's used for evil. You know, certain ideas that keep people stuck. And so it seems like there is maybe a fear or a limiting belief or a certain thought that you may not have reflected on fully. Maybe it was formed at an early age or something, where you haven't really paused and thought about it logically. Because if you have, the truth would really come out. Because it will be said to you, and you will feel very grateful to hear it. So it's definitely not a matter of self-esteem or something that would hurt you, because a truth that would hurt you, because that's the first thing we saw here. And so just take my example as looking at one thing and forgetting everything else. And so the guidance here is coming to show you how you're so super focused, zoomed in on some fearful thought maybe, or limiting belief. And as this person helps you zoom out, you'll be able to see the whole perspective and go, so why was I so focused on that one thing and not on the whole picture? Because that zoom in wasn't logical and was cutting me off from the truth of the matter, of the situation. And you are going to feel very blessed, because now you've put your finger on where the lack energy is, what could have cracked your situation later on, or affected your situation, or maybe was affecting it behind the scenes. And now you're not going to be in the energy of being wibbly wobbly. You're going to feel strong in your place, and you're going to be able to grow. And my dear pile number 3, this is exactly what I see for you. Look out for this amazing guidance that's coming for you. It's going to put its finger on exactly where you've always wanted to see. You are going to feel so blessed, and it's really going to help you grow exponentially. My dear pile number 3, this is exactly what I see your cards are showing you. This is the energy, obviously, of what is going on around you that you may not be seeing yet. And if you've enjoyed this reading, please give me a thumbs up. Perhaps someone's thinking about this as we're doing this reading, and this is why it's popping up energetically. So, my dear pile number 3, if you've enjoyed this reading, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. You know, I post readings nearly every single day. And please, don't forget to check out my productivity e-cookbook. It was truly done from the heart. I wanted to help you eat healthy food that's delicious and not spend so much time to cook it. And for this reason, I've partnered with a nutritionist that I really love and believe in to create that book and bring it to life. It has 210 recipes that are healthy, delicious, and are cooked in a matter of minutes, giving you the rest of the day to do what is important for you. And if you're vegan, there is a vegan version. If not, you can make use of both ebooks. This way, there are no duplicate recipes. And this way you'll have a plethora of healthy and delicious meals to choose from, perhaps even for the rest of your life. And if you're interested in checking it out, you'll find a link to it down in the description box, where you'll find more information, information about the recipes, the ebook. You can even find reviews. Everything's in there. And my dear pile number 3, thank you so much for tuning in. Wishing you the best of luck, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye.